What's up guys, it's Karl here, coming at you with another video, and one that I usually update at the beginning of every year. It's what's on my iPhone, and I know that a ton of you probably got new devices over the holidays on Christmas, and I just want to showcase some apps that I'll be rocking throughout 2020, and perhaps give you guys some tips, tricks for some apps that rhymes for your own very device. I'm just about to head off to CES, probably right when I'm done recording this video. You can see my Ronin in the back just charging away. So without any further ado, let's get to some apps that I'll be rocking in 2020. And on my home screen, I keep things very minimal, and I've still decided to go with the stock Apple wallpaper, obviously, because it's orange. No real surprises there. You can see that I've just got the bare essentials, and across the rest of the pages, that's where I have all of my other apps. Photos, pretty self-explanatory on the homepage, and I know that Reminders got a huge update in the last iOS, so I'm using that. Finances, to make sure all of the YouTube stuff is running smoothly, and I strangely am an Outlook user, and I know a lot of you might be surprised, but I do use that for my YouTube emails, and over on Gmail, that's where I have it connected to my actual Gmail account, and of course, my own personal stuff. I've got my main social folder, and these are the apps that I think most of you use every single day, all the time. You have that sickly rotation: Twitter, The Score, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, Instagram, and Lightroom. Lightroom is the main editing app that I use, and if you want me to release some presets, I know that some of you may have been asking, but I do use it to make all of my thumbnails and of course all of my Instagram shots. And on the last page, this is where all of the new apps have been living, and I think the biggest question that I got at the end of 2019, what was the app that I used to create my top 9 or most liked photos on Insta? The app is conveniently named Top 9. You don't need to log in, give any credentials, just type in your username and it auto-generates your top 9. So if you're in the market for 2020, your most liked picks, you know which app to go to. I'm sure it'll be around at the end of this year. The next app, 30 Days of Fitness, and this is for all of the peeps that are looking to get into their New Year's resolution game, fitness. I'm a huge fan. I'm definitely on board with that. I think this app is a great starting place, and it's not as intimidating because a lot of these exercises you can do with just your own body weight. So if you want to work out in your condo, your house, you don't want to go to the gym to show off your beach bod just yet, this is a great place to check these out. It's got a library of all the workouts named after city names, and you can see the intensity or how hard that type of workout is and what it actually targets. So whether that's upper body, lower body, abs, etc. And within each workout, it actually shows you with a small video how to do each of them. So especially if you're new into the workout scene, you can obviously injure yourself. If you're not too sure what you're doing, just watch one of these videos and it tells you exactly how to do it and the proper form to follow. The next app is called Buddy, and this one I'm really gonna try to use this year because I kind of get a bit wild with some of my expenses. This is a great way to manage all of your finances. And from here, you can set what your daily or monthly budget will be. So you just need to enter some basic stuff in. So of course, what your income is, what your typical rent is, what you spend on food, gas, utilities, internet bill, etc. And from there, it projects your normal monthly spending. So if you're going a bit heavy on, say, eating out, something that I'm guilty of every single week, this app will hold you accountable, and if you're looking to save a specific amount every month, you'll see when you're on track or if you're deviating from your path and being a bit naughty with your money. The next app is called Sketches, and you can see here I just tried to sketch a random little flower. I'm not an artist, but I find a lot of sketch or drawing apps have not too many features unless you buy the premium version. This one comes with all of the brushes and presets already built in, and that's not a premium option, and I love that. And one thing I'm curious if Apple will release this year is pen support for an iPhone, and maybe shrinking down that stylus size, clipping it on, or would that make it to Note 10-ish? And the next app, one of my favorite games of all time over on N64, every single Nintendo console, this needs no introduction. This is Mario Kart. Every race you do is against people from around the world, so it does get a bit competitive. I love the fact that it is online. You do need to level up your characters to, of course, unlock new ones. My fave and go-to has always been Yoshi. I'm still working with Peach. The next game that I will share is called Odyssey, and this game has made an appearance on the channel for the past couple of years, and it's doing so because it's one of the most simple, relaxing, but refreshingly non-stale games that I've ever played. you are a snowboarder and you're just kind of cruising through a level, there's something so calm, so enjoyable about the artwork. It's just something that I do on my little bits of spare time. You don't need connection to the internet, and it's a beautiful game. The next game, Blades, for anyone that's played any of the Elder Scrolls series, so Skyrim, Oblivion, maybe even Morrowind, you'll be very familiar with this RPG style game. The graphics on this are mind-boggling. The fact that you can play this on a mobile device compared to, say, a dedicated Xbox, it looks drop dead gorgeous, and it really showcases how powerful the graphics chip, of course the processor, is over on an iPhone. And that's the same for games, say like Fortnite. They look just as good. Obviously the controls aren't as slick as playing on a console, but for having this inside of your pocket, I think that's really awesome. And the next step, if you're a creator and a Sony shooter, check out Imaging Edge. It's native to Sony. This time around, you can transfer all of the video that you shoot over on your device over to your smartphone and just over Wi-Fi. You don't need a cable, so it's super dope when I'm creating quick little Insta clips, wanna record it with, say, my camera to get better quality. I can quickly transfer it, upload it to Insta in a couple of seconds. For all of you sports junkies, please check out DAZN. This isn't sponsored by them, but I've just been on it all the time. If you're a big football, that's American football, regular football, or soccer, this is your go-to app. And I'm always streaming EPL games. I'm a Man United fan myself. Who knows if they'll make it into the top 4. Netflix, I don't think this one needs an introduction. I'm just curious what shows you guys are watching. I just crushed You, season 2 with my girlfriend. I watch a ton of Naruto, and obviously The Office, on my 8th time watching that show. On to the next tab, and this is Google Home. And I do find most of my home tech stuff is still connected through my Google devices. So that's my Google Nest Hub Max. All of my Philips Hue light bulbs. I've even got a small little Google mini speaker in my bathroom when I'm jamming out in the shower. My Nest thermostat, so I save a bit on energy. It's all in one convenient place. And the very last app is Expedia for anyone that's looking to book trips, stay at hotels. This is usually my go-to app. They usually have the best deals. And if you do travel a bit, you can collect points, and they're actually redeemable for a reasonable amount. It's not something ridiculous. You can see here that I've got a trip planned with my girlfriend. We're gonna do some snowboarding and maybe hit up a spa. And I only personally used Expedia 2 to 3 times last year. Usually it's companies that I work with here on YouTube, so it's nothing too crazy. Anyways, that has been some of my go-to apps for 2020. If there's any others that you've discovered, leave them down below in the comments. Hope you guys found this video useful. I'm gonna head out to CES now. Ronan is done charging. Catch you guys in Vegas for my CES coverage. Peace.